This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
As of this afternoon, 4 people are in custody for Kaisha Miller's death.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. We begin with breaking news. As you just heard, 4 people are now in custody facing charges in the shooting death of 15-year-old Kaisha Miller.
Earlier this week, Donovan Douglas was arrested. Now, Javian White, Reginald Sexton, and Wilson Clark are all facing intentional homicide and attempted homicide charges in Miller's death. Braden Ross is live at the Harmony Apartments in Madison and has more on what Police Chief Sean Barnes has to say about these arrests. Braden?
Hi, Brady and Susan. Yeah, just behind me is the spot where 15-year-old Kaisha Miller was gunned down 9 months ago now. And she was just hanging out here outside with some friends when a car pulled up. 4 people jumped out of that car, started shooting. She was shot and killed. More than 50 shell casings were recovered from the scene here.
She was an innocent 15-year-old girl spending time with her sister and friends when she was shot and killed outside of her home last October. The other teens were also shot, and some suffered a graze wound during this unfortunate incident.
Madison police said today they have those 4 people in custody connected to that shooting. All 4 are men in their early 20s from the Madison area. Jail records show 3 of them were already in jail on other charges when police connected them to this shooting. They are still working to figure out a motive behind this shooting, but said some of those arrested may be affiliated with a local gang. Now, police are also looking for a 5th person they believe was in that car that they are still looking for in connection to this shooting, and they said other arrests could come as well if they find out more information. But we'll keep you updated as those happen and as this case moves forward through the court system now. Reporting live in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you.
Sauk County Sheriff's Department is continuing to search for a man accused of shooting at officers. Deputies say they're looking for this man, 32-year-old Jeffrey Miller. Last night at about 11, a deputy attempted a traffic stop on a red minivan for a possible drunk driver. The van left and a pursuit started. Miller later crashed his vehicle and then fired shots at the deputies on scene. Sauk County investigators say 1 deputy suffered a minor injury.
Well, turning to weather now, it's a cool and cloudy Wednesday across our area, but 5 weeks in a row for concerts on the square.
They had a good season.
Yeah, one more to go.
One more to go. Meteorologist Savannah Brito is live from downtown with more on our forecast. How are things out there?
Yeah, guys, thank you. Things are pretty good. It's not that humid out there. Temperatures right now are in the mid-70s out there. Winds are calm. We do have mostly cloudy skies. Some sunshine out there, trying to peek through those clouds anyways. Our dew point's at 59 though, so that actually is below the threshold of 60 to 50 degrees. When you fall in between that category, it's actually pretty comfortable out there. So we are seeing that. It's going to be a good evening for concerts on the square. Temperatures all across Dane County and for the most part southern Wisconsin too are in the lower to mid 70s. Chris is here with me.
Hey.
Nice day for concerts on the square.
Oh, it doesn't get much better than this.
I know.
Can we just say real quick and address the height difference we have here? We don't have any
Yeah.
fancy studio tricks to dupe the viewers at home.
Box, right?
Oh, but in all
Usually.
seriousness, a wonderful partnership that News 3 Now has with Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra down here at Concerts on the Square. Excited to be here as you get to experience it for the first time, show you around some of the food trucks, and of course listen to some world-class music. It really doesn't get much better than this. The Canopy Dance Company is going to entertain the crowd tonight right after intermission, and I'm really excited to see what they have to bring to the table. So we're going to have that. Coming up a little bit later here on Live at 4, we're going to talk to the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra and get a little bit of an insight into what these special performances are going to offer folks here. There's still some room. I mean, with as gorgeous it is out here, there are still spots down here to lay your blankets. So get down early, hang out, and enjoy some beautiful weather, some great company, and some world-class music. All right. Brady and Susan, we'll send it back to you.
Well, we appreciate you guys staying up past your bedtime.
Yes.
Good to see you on this side of the clock for once. All right, we'll check back in.
Too.
We'll check back in with you guys in just a little bit. Thanks so much. After President Biden dropped out of the race for president, Democrats are working through the process now to formally get their nominee on the ballot.
They approved new rules for that process within the last hour. Political reporter Will Keneally explains how this will go. Will?
That's right. So there are two things at work here. VP Kamala Harris is the presumptive nominee for Democrats right now, but we can say that because more than half the voting delegates for the Democratic Convention say they back her. But that doesn't give her the formal stamp of approval. Democrats still have to go through a very formal nominating process to get her on the ballot across all 50 states. Now, they decided at a meeting today just what that looks like.
And we are all working hard to execute this nomination with transparency, with fairness, and efficiency. As a party, we have an obligation to design and implement a fair nomination process for delegates to officially express their preferences through a vote.
All right, so the big question, what this looks like. So for all intents and purposes, we do believe that Harris will be the Democratic nominee. But if anyone wanted to challenge her, they have until Saturday to turn in formal nomination papers. Now, they have until this Tuesday to get 300 delegate signatures. That'd be from at least 6 different states. Now, Democrats will then hold virtual votes ahead of August 7th. Now, that's a deadline to get on the Ohio ballot. Now, if Harris is the only one who qualifies as a possible nominee, we could see that virtual vote as early as August 1st.
Will, thank you. Fox News has proposed a presidential debate between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Harris on September 17th. The debate would take place in the swing state of Pennsylvania, with anchors Brett Baer and Martha McCallum serving as the moderators. Trump and President Joe Biden's campaign had previously agreed to 2 debates this year, one hosted by CNN in June and another to be hosted by ABC in September. It's not clear if that debate will still take place in September now that President Biden has dropped out of the race. President Biden will address his first time that he's speaking since he announced that he will not seek re-election. CBS will have a special report on Biden's address tonight at 7.
A statue of the first black judge in Wisconsin will now stand at the state capitol.
And it's all thanks to civil rights advocates who are making sure Val Phillips is remembered forever on Capitol grounds. Ellie La Liberté shows us the history of this trailblazer.
Val Phillips will be the first black leader to get a statue on state capitol grounds, adding to her long list of achievements.
Phillips was the first black woman to graduate from UW-Madison Law School, the first woman and African-American to work on the Milwaukee Common Council, and the first black woman to be elected to a statewide office in Wisconsin. The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County contributed to the project, hoping it can both be educational and inspirational.
And I hope this opens up the door that this state capitol represent everybody that makes up the state of Wisconsin, and I still think we got more work to do.
Volunteers from the Val Phillips Task Force have worked for 4 years getting approval, identifying an artist, and raising funds.
The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County raised more than $500,000 to make this statue of Phillips a reality. Reporting in Madison, Ellie La Liberté, News 3 Now.
Oh, thank you, Ellie. The club is hosting its annual White Party this Saturday to celebrate the statue. The event is also a fundraiser and will be hosted in the Capitol Rotunda.
Later on in the show, we want to remind you Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be here. We'll be answering your plant and garden questions. So if you have a question for Lisa, send it in right now to tips@channel3000.com. And Lisa will be here around 4:45 this afternoon.
And coming up next at 4, we're live from the Capitol as another week of concerts on the square is underway. See some raindrops out there. That's next.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Sup? You need some windows?
Hum. Oh, you need windows. Yes, you do.
Hey folks, you call the experts? Increase your curb appeal and save big this summer with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years. And we'll get it done Feldco fast. Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
If you're watching this Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance commercial, there's a good chance that you're alive. And if you're not, well, this may not be of interest to you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Life insurance? I'm going to live forever. Death is what happens to other people. Well, for the sake of argument, let's assume you're wrong and that someday you won't be watching TV anymore. I know it's not easy to talk about, so I'll do the talking. If you're 50 plus and alive, you can apply for Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance with guaranteed acceptance, regardless of your health. And since this life insurance is guaranteed, you don't have to get a medical exam. In fact, you don't even have to fill out a health questionnaire. For a free quote, just call 800-387-9724. Then when you stop, if you stop watching TV, your family can use the insurance money to help cover your final expenses or anything else. For a free quote, call today, 800-387-9724. Your kids already inherited your ears, allergies, and questionable singing voice. Don't make them inherit your final expense tab, too.
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working, too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Oh, the kids? At your parents'. I ate an hour ago because you completely forgot about the anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Get up to $300 off our Doctor's Choice lineup and check out the Summit Queen. Easy on the wallet for only $349.99. Purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. Or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. The anniversary sale only at Denver Mattress.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Well, if you're thinking, I'd like to get to concerts on the square, time is actually running out for you. The summer in Madison, it just goes by too fast. After tonight, there's only one more week left of performances. But the good news is it looks like the weather's going to cooperate, which means they would get the whole season in without a delay. First time in a long time.
That's good. And our Chris Stanford is there, and he's apparently 7 feet tall. Can't miss him. If you see him, say hi to him out there.
Hi, Chris.
I'm a solid 6'4". Thank you for asking, Brady. It's one of these assignments here on News 3 Now you look forward to all year long is your chance to come down and hang out with the folks on Concerts on the Square. It's just an absolutely ideal night. Peak Madison going on right now. Plenty of space available for you to bring your blanket down and enjoy some world-class music tonight. I want to bring in Joe Lane is here with Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra. Good to see you again, Fred. How you doing?
Good, Chris. Thanks for having me.
When it comes to this weather, man, we've lucked out pretty much every single week so far this year, making up for last year. Talk about how the season has gone so far from your perspective.
We've had a great season. I'll start with what we shared the weather. 5 for 5 so far. Not having to use that Thursday rain day is pretty remarkable. I think Andrew has hit it out of the park again with a varied program. Every week is something a little bit different. And I've noticed the crowds have been up, and the enthusiasm, I've never seen it greater. Just compliments after the concert, during the concert, about what this series means for our community and how we all come together to keep this tradition alive.
One of the things that Concerts on the Square is so good at in the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra is bringing in world-class talent. I mean, these performers that you get on a consistent basis to come in and wow the crowd. You have 2 more acts coming in tonight to help out. Tell us about what we can expect this evening.
Yeah, we have a really exciting program tonight because not only do we have an auditory experience, we have a visual experience. We are partnering with one of our peers over at Overture Center, the Canopy Dance Company. They're one of 10 resident companies over there. And I think this is our first collaboration in quite a while with them. So we'll have, the whole second half will be dancers with Canopy Dance. And then we also have our very own concertmaster, Suzanne Bea, who's been a fixture of the Madison music scene for about 35 years, and she's going to be playing a Mozart violin concerto.
Oh, looking forward to that.
And she's written her own concertos.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's talent. That is talent right there. Of course, all of this would not be possible without the generosity of the Madison community. Talk about just what this means for the community economically and what it takes to keep it going year after year.
Yeah, great question. So Every year, this event generates about $15 million to the local economy. So it's an extraordinary figure for a free live classical music concert series. The Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra, we invest $1.1 million every year. It costs us that each year, and it's propped up by very generous sponsors and table patrons, but we still fall a little bit short every year, and that's where your audience comes in, our audience here comes in, and make a small contribution. You know, if everybody tonight made a $5 contribution, it would go such a long way to make sure these series continue.
All right, real quick, tell viewers at home how they can do that.
You can text concerts to 801-801, and you can join the Friends of the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra, $5 a month, concerts to 801-801, and you can invest in this series that has given so much to this local community.
All right, Joe, always good to talk to you, buddy. We'll talk to you a little bit later.
Appreciate it.
All right. This weather, gorgeous. We have some clouds out here. Little bit of sun trying to peek through the clouds. Savannah,
Yeah.
what should we expect this evening?
Yeah, I think we will continue to see that sunshine come through those clouds. So we will turn from partly sunny skies to partly cloudy skies overnight. Temperatures are going to drop. Here's your current conditions right now. We're at 75 degrees. Winds are calm, humidity levels dropping. Our dew points are not that high, so that's the good news. If you guys are coming out here to concerts on the square, not going to have a lot to worry about. Muggy conditions, not going to see any of that. Dew points are actually falling within that comfortable category right now. When you see dew points below 60 degrees, which you can see, we're holding on to a dew point just below that at 59. Comfortable conditions, but we're not going to see that for a long time. We'll get into that on the 10-day forecast in a little bit, but temperatures all across southern Wisconsin and Dane County range pretty much from the mid-70s. That's what we're at right now in Madison at 75 degrees. La Crosse is sitting at 80 degrees. That's one of the warmer temperatures, but everyone else pretty much looking at the mid to upper 70s, despite a couple areas a little bit cooler than that. But like I mentioned, if you're coming out to concerts on the square, we will see temperatures drop at 5 p.m. 77. So we will see temperatures warm a little bit more over the next about 45 minutes, and then we'll drop 75 at 7 p.m., 9, 69, 66 by 11 p.m. We're not going to see any showers here across most of southern Wisconsin. All the activity that I was talking about on our show this morning, that was pretty much developing over northern Illinois. That's the case right now on the radar too. So all those showers that are bubbling up pretty much staying south of here, I expect that. So nothing really besides some clouds showing up. And then as we get into tomorrow, temperatures are going to rise a little bit more. We're looking at probably right around the 80-degree mark. That's not as warm as what we're going to see, though, heading into this upcoming weekend. That's when temperatures are going to warm even more. We're looking at 82 for Friday. And then over the weekend, that's when temperatures warm even more. 85 Saturday, close to 90 on Sunday. I want to note that's when our shower chances and storm chances are really going to return. And also when we're going to see humidity levels return to uncomfortable levels, or at least more of uncomfortable levels. We're looking at probably 70-degree dew points or very close to that. So we're looking at that even into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday too. But a good night, Susan and Brady, for anyone that is heading out here to concerts on the square.
Yeah, perfect night even without the sun. It's nice and cool, and find a spot.
Find a spot,
Yes.
find a picnic basket, get together with some friends. What more if you want?
All right, Savannah, thanks so much. We'll check back in just a little bit. In other news today, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu paid a controversial visit to Capitol Hill. Speaking before a joint meeting of Congress, Netanyahu delivered an impassioned speech for U.S. support for the war against Hamas, a war Israel sees as a fight for survival after the October 7th terror attack. On the home front, Wisconsin Democratic Representative Mark Pocan released a statement about why. First we have Brian Stile. He released this statement. Today, I was proud to join many of my colleagues in reaffirming the bond between our two nations by welcoming Prime Minister Netanyahu to Congress. And Congressman Mark Pocan released a statement explaining why he did not attend the speech. It reads in part, "It is wildly inappropriate to give the distinct honor of addressing Congress to a man who has violated international human rights law so severely that an arrest warrant for war crimes has been recommended by the International Criminal Court."
Well, the FBI director traveled to Capitol Hill today to testify about the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. FBI Director Christopher Wray says an analysis of 20-year-old Thomas Crook's laptop indicates the gunman became especially interested in former President Trump's July 13th rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, at least a week ahead of the event.
On July 6th, He did a Google search for, quote, how far away was Oswald from Kennedy? So that's a search that obviously is significant in terms of his state of mind.
Just ahead of Ray's testimony, Republican Senator Chuck Grassley released body camera video from the immediate aftermath of the assassination attempt. It shows the Secret Service and local law enforcement standing over the gunman's body on the roof of the building from where the shots were fired. Next up, Team USA has announced its female flag bearer for the Paris Olympic Games.
We'll tell you who will be leading America's athletes during the opening ceremonies when Live at 4 continues.
A lot of law firms claim to be experts at handling injury cases that involve large trucks. But handling one trucking case does not make you an expert on the subject. Experience matters in these cases. One local firm has handled 25 trucking cases which resulted in payments over $1 million each, and hundreds of others as well. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
I'm so happy I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello permanent fat removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Old windows? Compromise your home's comfort. Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. They warp and crack, becoming vulnerable to the elements. At Next Door & Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last up to 50 years, longer than any other window you can buy. And while other companies cut corners and never call you back, we've got your back. When you demand tomorrow's comfort, Next delivers. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Update your floors with no interest for 12 months with Empire today. Getting new floors for your whole house has never been easier. That's no interest for 12 months on carpet, hardwood, tile, vinyl, and laminate, as many rooms as you want. With no interest for 12 months, you can enjoy the floors of your dreams today. Schedule your free in-home estimate at EmpireToday.com and enjoy no interest for 12 months.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Unearth hidden roots of state agriculture with Madison Magazine. The stories of early black farmers and the new growers carrying on their legacy. Then meet local game changers of a new era in women's sports. Madison Magazine online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
Welcome back, everyone. You may recall we told you last week that basketball superstar LeBron James would be the flag bearer for Team USA at the Paris Olympics. Well, earlier today, another athlete was told she would join James.
Your year last year was incredible. You captured the world by storm. You captured your first Grand Slam. I think you kind of showcased to the world in the U.S. and abroad, how special of a person and tennis player you are. And I think because you are so special, you have the honor of wearing this jacket during the opening ceremony and being a flag bearer with LeBron James.
That was tennis pro Christopher Eubanks telling 20-year-old tennis superstar Coco Gauff that she will be leading Team USA in the Olympic opening ceremony. She's ranked as the #2 female tennis player in the world and will be making her debut at the Olympics this year. Both singles and doubles tennis competition starts on Saturday. The opening ceremony takes place Friday night.
And good news for the United States when it comes to the Winter Olympics. After 32 years, the Winter Olympic Games will return to Salt Lake City in 2034, so you have time to plan. It hosted them in 2002. Now, the city has won its bid to host the 2034 Winter Olympics after a vote by the International Olympic Committee in Paris today. Salt Lake plans to reuse all the facilities from those games. Organizers estimate the city will spend about $4 billion to host the games. Salt Lake will be just the 4th city or region to host the Winter Games 2 times. And before we get to those games, today the committee announced the French Alps will host the 2030 Olympic Winter Games. This comes as Paris is set to open the Summer Olympics with a ceremony along the River Seine on Friday. France has previously hosted the Winter Games 3 times, including the inaugural games in Chamonix in 1924.
Lots to look forward to.
Yeah, those will be fun.
When we come back, a breakdown of Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance's memoirs.
How UW professors used his book in the classroom.
Tens of millions of roofs across America are failing, wearing out decades early and leaking, oftentimes without you knowing about it, causing tremendous damage. Here's how you know you have a problem with your roof. Black streaking, your roof looks rough, or granules shedding off into your gutters or showing up in your driveway. Your roof is wearing out too fast and it's going to cost you a bundle. RoofMax makes your roof like new by strengthening and rejuvenating it. So give us a call and we'll give you a free assessment to see if your roof qualifies.
Watch this. It's all 100% real. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. Nothing has been doctored or tampered with. The very real problem will disappear before your eyes and hers with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours and hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags. It works on sagging jowls, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. In just minutes, you can restore and beautify your face, even look years younger. And the look will last all day or all evening.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Prove It Plexiderm trial. You'll see why our customers describe Plexiderm with 3 words. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping. Operators are standing by.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Power Swabs Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back to Live at 4, everyone. New information today as 4 people have been arrested in connection with the shooting death of 15-year-old Kaisha Miller. Yesterday, Donovan Douglas was arrested, and now Javian White, Reginald Sexton, and Wilson Clark are all facing intentional homicide and attempted homicide charges in Miller's death. She was shot and killed outside of the Harmony Apartments back in October.
The Sauk County Sheriff's Department is continuing to search for a man accused of shooting at officers. Deputies say they're looking for this man, 32-year-old Jeffrey Miller. Last night at about 11, a deputy attempted a traffic stop on a red minivan for a possible drunk driver. The van left and a pursuit started. Miller later crashed his vehicle and then fired shots at deputies on the scene. Sauk County investigators say one deputy suffered a minor injury.
Well, a little bit of a cool down today, but a great night to take in some classical music at Concerts on the Square.
Meteorologist Savannah Brito is live from downtown with our forecast. I wish we were down there with you.
I know, guys, it's beautiful. I mean, the humidity levels are not bad. Temperatures are in the mid-70s. It's actually, in my opinion, a picture-perfect night. We're not dealing with a lot of sunshine either, so, you know, the sun's not blaring on us. It's just a little cool right now. We're only at 75 in Madison, so temperatures are actually below average. This pattern will continue, so if anyone is heading out to Concerts on the Square, temperatures will continue to fall. You do get chilly easily. Probably bring a jacket just because we are going to get down into the upper 50s. Not till tomorrow morning, but through the evening, temperatures are going to fall by 7 p.m. when the music starts, 75, 9 p.m., 69. And then as we near midnight, temperatures are already going to be down into those mid-60s, potentially a couple areas likely already down to the lower 60s. We're not dealing with any showers either. And Chris, you said that there's been years before that you've had to like dab your forehead to get the sweat off, but it's not bad.
Drenching in sweat.
So,
because we all know how the summers get, and especially last summer, it was hot. We had the wildfire smoke to contend with. I mean, this year, it's just been an absolutely perfect stretch of weather for Wednesday evenings, and tonight is no exception. The Capitol lawn is in great shape too. A little damp in spots from some of the recent rains. That's kind of to be expected, but all in all, plenty of spots to bring your chairs down, bring your blankets. Still some really good spots down here on the Capitol lawn. Coming up later on Live at 5, we're going to talk with the maestro, Andrew Sewell from the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra, and talk to him about what he's going to bring to the table tonight. They always bring in some just wonderful performances, and tonight we have a visual performance from Canopy Dance Company, a little bit of collaboration that they're doing with some other artists in town. And it's just a wonderful night. This is just peak Madison with the weather cooperating. Concerts on the Square. Your first.
I know, I'm glad that we actually got to be here. Yeah.
I mean, how lucky are we to get to experience this for the first time with you as well?
I know. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, it's just everything wonderful that Madison has to offer, all wrapped up in one, from the food to the music to the...
I was going to say, there's food trucks already setting up camp all across the square. So.
I know, you can smell them firing up the grills. It's wonderful. All right, Brady and Susan, we'll send it back to you. Brady, I know you said you wish you could be down here. Unfortunately, everybody's got to take a turn down here, right? Tonight it's ours. We lucked out.
You'll bring me some leftovers from the food truck, though, right?
We'll see.
Okay.
And our new anchor, Kyrian Lee, is going to be joining you guys in a little while as well. Is that right?
Yes.
That's right. Kyrian, also a first-timer down here at Concerts on the Square. She's going to be joining us during the 6 o'clock hour. We're going to talk to the folks during intermission. So we are getting these two gals just, up to speed on everything that makes this city so wonderful. And, this is just the way to do it. If you're going to get introduced to the city of Madison, I mean, what better way to do it than Concerts on the Square?
You're so right.
Thank you both. Well, the name J.D. Vance has been elevated on an international level following former President Donald Trump's announcement. The Ohio U.S. Senator was his pick as vice presidential running mate.
Vance's name also gained popularity back in 2017 because in part of something UW-Madison calls the Go Big Read reading program. Our Merrill Hubbard tells us what this program means for students and faculty and the impact Vance's book had on academic discussions. Merrill?
Yeah, Susan and Brady, Go Big Read is a reading program here at UW-Madison where the university selects one book every academic year to give to incoming freshmen. In my hand is the 2017 Go Big Read book. It is J.D. Vance's Hillbilly Elegy that discusses concepts such as poverty and addiction, though this is through what Vance said was his lived experience. This book hit the shelves in 2016. Just 1 year after its publication, the book was picked by the University of Wisconsin-Madison as the Go Big Read book of 2017. It was incorporated into some of the professors' curriculum and analyzed by academics and students alike.
some of the medical staff, practitioners here, were very frustrated with the way that Vance talks about addiction as almost like a personal failing rather than a disease that, is very complex to understand with lots of different health factors and biological determinants.
English professor Russ Castronovo said he recently reviewed the book after he found out about Vance's running mate status. Tonight at 6, we will dive deeper into the impact this book had in describing people in poverty.
We will see you at 6, Meryl. Thank you. Rough day on Wall Street today. The Dow closed down 504 points. The Nasdaq was down nearly 655 points. The S&P down 129.
For the 10th year in a row, Atwood Fest is back this Saturday and Sunday. The lineup features 3 stages and 30 bands, wow, as well as craft vendors and a kids fest. If you regularly travel Atwood, keep an eye out for some closures from Tex Tubbs to Monty's Blue Plate or between Winnebago Street and Corscott Court. Rocker is the music programmer for Atwood Fest and prides himself on booking legacy bands, but also bringing new names to the stage. One of his favorite parts of the festival is called Convergence.
Convergence is a parade that starts through the Atwood neighborhood, and it converges at the Luther Allison stage for a performance by the Amphibians. But people dress in costumes, they bang pots and pans, and they get the neighborhood out. It's a meta community event.
Rocker says to leave a little early for better parking and bring the kids for the Kids Fest events, although leave the pets at home. Animals are not allowed.
Well, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company just walked into the studio. In about 10 minutes, she'll be answering your plant and garden questions. So if you have a question for Lisa, send it in now to tips@channel3000.com. And our segment with Lisa will air around 4:45 this afternoon.
Coming up next, there's been an increase of COVID cases across the country. Why health officials say this trend will likely continue. Next at 4.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Hanson's knows that your home is a place of comfort and protection. That's why our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters, as well as our bathtubs and showers, are guaranteed. With 35 years experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest, no payments for 1 year.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
I cried when I saw it come out the box yesterday. And this is special, I believe, for this country.
New at 5, Wisconsin makes history with its first statue of a person of color at the state capitol. We'll take you to the emotional unveiling of Vel Phillips' statue.
We're live at Concerts on the Square tonight. I'll time out the best storm chance and when it's going to heat up.
And ahead at 6, former President Donald Trump's new running mate, J.D. Vance, is no stranger to UW students. Will revisit his impact on the campus tonight at 6.
Number of COVID cases is spiking across the country. Nearly 40 states are reporting high COVID activity levels, according to the CDC, and emergency room visits are at their highest for the coronavirus since February.
The virus continues to evolve to stay ahead of our immune systems. That's what we talk about when we're talking about variants. Your immunity to infection only lasts about 3 months. Your immunity to severe disease, hospitalization, and death, that lasts much longer, which is why people are not getting sick the way they were early in the pandemic. But it is to be expected that every few months, maybe twice a year or so, we'll see a big wave of COVID across the country.
Current guidelines are to isolate from others until you are fever-free for at least 24 hours without the help of fever-reducing medications and until overall symptoms improve.
A critical shortage of blood culture vials that are used for diagnostic tests is threatening to disrupt patient care. The shortage affects vials that are used to help diagnose potentially deadly bloodstream infections like sepsis. BD Life Sciences, the company that manufactures the products, first alerted healthcare providers about supply delays in early June. 2 weeks ago, the FDA added the vials to its list of medical device shortages. Experts say the shortage will affect hospitals the most, as the tests are often needed to respond quickly to serious conditions. Well, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here this afternoon. When we come back, she's answering your plant and garden questions.
You can send those in to tips@channel3000.com. We'll see her right after the break.
Welcome back to Portage Furniture Store, your forever furniture store. Mr. Aaron Ayers, what does that mean?
Welcome back, Emmy. Yes, when we talk about forever furniture, we talk about generation-lasting, heirloom-quality custom furniture. Case in point, we live it every day. My wife and I, we have a chair in our home that my grandfather sold to my wife's grandparents. Generation-lasting, third-generation-lasting furniture.
Long before you and Jen had met. That's an incredible story.
We find love at Portage Furniture.
He can promise that right there. And still free delivery, amazing service from your crew.
We talk about it all the time, the best in the business. Bring it in, set it up for you, move it left, move it right. They are the best.
They're going to take care of you. And it looks like the 4th generation, they're just swooping right in. They're making some decisions here, Aaron.
They're trying to kick us out the door as quick as they can. They're anxious and they're ready to go.
Kenley, are you ready to work in the store someday?
Yeah, I was born ready.
That a girl. High five. We've all had those moments in businesses where you see the salesperson come at you and you're like, oh man, I haven't even had a second to look. Except that doesn't happen when you come to Portage Furniture.
That's right. Really, it's a pressure-free environment. Really no pressure at all. We like the customers to be able to get a chance to look around, to really sit down on the furniture, to lay down on the mattresses, to really, again, have the no pressure atmosphere here at the store.
Absolutely. But they also know their stuff. So when you're ready, when you need them, when you have the questions for them, they're going to be here and they're ready to go.
Yeah, that's right. You know, our staff and our salespeople are very well knowledgeable, and they know the product and everything too. So any questions, they're here for you.
From the entire Portage Furniture family, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Many window installers lack proper training. At Next Door and Window, we're reinventing window installation. Our installers are certified and trained to ensure your windows are sealed tight and energy efficient. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
You got better things to do than clean out clogged gutters. Call Leaf Filter today and never clean out clogged gutters again.
Leaf Filter's technology keeps debris out of your gutters for good. Guaranteed. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER today or visit leaffilter.com. It's a doubleheader of action with Nightmare Softball and Mallards Baseball Friday, July 26th. Then stick around for a fabulous low-decibel fireworks display on Military Appreciation Night. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of the Madison Mallards and Nightmare Softball.
Okay, I promise I'm not going to do a Tracy Turnblad and say good morning Baltimore, but I thought about it. There's Baltimore, it's 88 degrees there. A few clouds, but nice overall.
Yeah, not bad. Nice city. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here today. We're taking your plant and garden questions.
And if you... Oh,
go ahead.
If you would like to send some in, you can email us at tips@channel3000.com.
Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Lisa has some sore fingers. This is not a gardening tool. Your hand there.
It's like a new hoe.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, let's get right to your questions because they're flooding in today. Carrie says she planted a rose bush. It's been in the ground 3 weeks, but it is not growing or blossoming.
Well, I'm not surprised it's not growing. It's going to establish before it does much growing. And it might be just in the middle of bud production. So if there are like spent flowers on there, cut those back. And, you know, it may or may not have flowers this year, but it probably will for next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gloria wants to know if she should fertilize her potted plants to keep them from flowering.
Okay, so if we're talking about house plants, then you could use sort of a broad spectrum even fertilizer now would be fine. If these are like flowering annuals that are in pots, then yes, they definitely need to be fertilized so that they keep flowering. That's why you would want them to do that. And so I would use any kind of bloom boosting fertilizer that's water soluble. That's the easiest to use because you can just spray it right on the plants.
Okay. Doesn't matter the brand?
No, we have Jack's, Miracle Grow. There are lots of different ones.
Okay, great. Marianne says her magnolia has scale.
Yes.
What is scale?
So magnolia scale is a little insect that that is on young twigs, and it sucks out the sap and juices out of the young stems, but it protects itself with a coating, so you can only spray for it a couple of times. So I believe, and please email the plant desk because there's a schedule. There's a certain time when you spray it for the crawlers, which I think is coming up, and then you would put a dormant oil spray on it to suppress any eggs that are around. And that's the way you can combat it. And if you have magnolias, I would certainly spray with a dormant oil spray preventatively because it's become a scourge of magnolias.
She's wondering if she can do that right now, or just
check with the plant desk because I don't remember off the top of my head the timing for the crawlers. I think it's sometime in August, like August, September. But check with the plant desk; they can get the schedule to you.
Okay. And what's the plant desk email?
plantdesk@brucecompany.com.
Oh, that couldn't be easier. Great. Great.
Yeah.
All right, we will continue with the magnolia theme.
Sure.
Dave wants to know if he should fertilize his magnolia and when should he trim it.
So fertilizing magnolias, if it's healthy, I don't think it's necessary to fertilize it. Again, I would do the dormant oil spray next spring when the temp's around 40 degrees. And that would suppress if you've got any crawlers that came in from other magnolias. As far as pruning magnolias, you want to prune them right after they're done flowering. So too late to do it now. You're going to prune off next year's flowers. Wait till next year, late April, early May, depending on when yours flowers.
Okay. Oh, I love magnolias. So they are in full bloom right about now?
No, they bloomed a couple of months ago.
Oh, so
they're blooming end of April-ish around here.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Sandy wants to know how to get rid of crabgrass in her flower beds without hurting the plants that are in there.
Okay, so crabgrass is an annual grass, so you can combat it 2 ways. The first thing you can do is get a selective grass killer, like Grass Be Gone. That is a herbicide that only kills grass. It does not kill broadleaf plants, not your perennials, not your weeds. The other thing you can do is apply a pre-emergent like Preen. Since crabgrass is an annual grass, once it goes to seed, it will redevelop pretty quickly. So you'll want to put a pre-emergent down next spring. That will help any seeds that are hanging around from germinating.
Grass Be Gone. That's a great name.
There's also a Weed Be Gone, which is just the opposite.
Anne wants to know if you can transplant black-eyed Susans now and if you can cut off the flowers when she does transplant them.
So while they're actively blooming, you really don't want to transplant any perennials at all. So wait until they're done flowering and then you can cut them back and move them. If you're going to move them this summer, I would definitely use a root stimulator so that they are sure to get established before winter, or you can do it early next spring as soon as the leaves start to emerge is a good time.
All right, we got a lot of questions in today.
We got through them really quickly.
Yeah, so if anything extra, send it to me email-wise, and I will answer it via the email.
All right, thanks for your questions, everybody. And for those that didn't get your questions answered, Lisa will either answer them at the plant desk, or we'll have you answer them on the noon show next week.
Oh, we can save them for then. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thanks for all your ideas. And now let's head back to the Capitol Square.
Meteorologist Savannah Brito is there, and I bet blankets are sprouting up from the ground, speaking of plants.
Yeah, guys, there are a lot of blankets out here. When I first got here, I was kind of surprised by how many blankets were already out here. I actually got lunch down here at Bel Air Cantina. So that was like right down the street that I'm at right now, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, I think. And there were already some chairs and people out here. So I was like, oh, wow. It was like 1 p.m., I think. So people take it seriously, but it's super cool. Lots of people out here already. The food trucks are also setting up. The weather's absolutely beautiful for it. For anyone that is planning on coming out, we're only at 75, so temperature's really comfortable all across southern Wisconsin. That's the current temperature in Madison. Notice winds are calm, so we really don't have any problems. Dew points are also, for the most part, right around 60 degrees. It's not that muggy outside. It was actually more muggy this morning when I was in. Dew points were pretty much in the lower mid-60s, so those have actually dropped, which is good, and some sunshine's actually coming out. 75 for the most part all across Dane County. That's kind of the magic number. 74 in Perry, 76 in Sun Prairie. Temperatures are a little bit warmer in La Crosse. They're sitting at 80 degrees. Black River Falls only at 74. Kenosha's also at 74 degrees. But temperatures will fall, so if you do get cold easily, I would say bring a light jacket or a sweatshirt, something to keep you warm, along with maybe an extra blanket. Temperatures are going to fall to 75 at 7 p.m., so temperatures are only going to warm another degree or two within the next about, I would say, half an hour, and then we'll see those fall. 9 p.m. we're down to 69, and then 11 p.m. we'll be down to 66 degrees. Overnight lows, though, those are actually going to get all the way down, likely in the upper 50s or near 60 degrees across most of southern Wisconsin. We're not going to see any precipitation. That all stayed south of here pretty much all day today, and like I mentioned, some of that sunshine finally coming out right now. There's still a decent amount of clouds, but at least we're seeing some of that blue. We should be mostly clear to partly cloudy overnight, as temperatures tomorrow are going to range probably right around that 80-degree mark. We'll be in the lower 80s for Friday. That is the average, and then temperatures are actually going to warm. Sunday's the better chance for precipitation returning, and that's also when it's going to be more humid outside. So, guys, the next couple of days are going to be the best to get outside.
When it's hot, all you want is some relief. Relief from the heat outside, relief from sleepless nights, and relief from big electric bills. Even your air conditioning unit needs some relief. So when you wrap your home with our premium injection foam, it's like putting your entire house in a cooler. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale, so when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card, plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur-Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Hi, I'm Fiona Rataj with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
I cried when I saw it come out the box yesterday. You know, and this is special, I believe, for this country.
We'll take you to the emotional unveiling of Vel Phillips' statue. Hear from one of the civil rights advocates who made it happen. Coming up next.
News 3 Now, winner of 27 awards of excellence from the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association, including News Operation of the Year and Station of the Year.
We'll continue to strive for excellence every day to bring you the area's best local news coverage. News 3 Now.
Well, take a look at this. 2 fishermen off the coast of New Hampshire experienced a scary close encounter when a whale breached right next to their boat. Wait for, yep, there it is, and then slammed right into it. The force of the whale landing on the boat sent both men overboard.
Oh my goodness. Well, thankfully, fishing nearby were 2 teenage brothers, Colin and Wyatt Yeager. With his rod in one hand and the cell phone in the other hand, Colin managed to capture the whole thing on camera. Both men were uninjured, and thankful for the teens' help and a greater appreciation for a space shared by both human and creature. Yeah, no thanks.
It looks like a toy boat.
I know, it does. It went right down.
Wow.
Well, glad it worked out. We'll be right back.
Bigger isn't always better. Stoughton Health offers in-house MRI in a safe, inviting environment with convenient scheduling, friendly staff, and easy parking. Experience why patients are proud to say, "This is my hospital."
Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
Need to refresh your deck? Get an 11% rebate on the whole project at Menards. And add the finishing touch with your 11% rebate. How will you spend your rebate?
Save big money at Menards.
Having a softball team come to Madison is very empowering. It's not just about the Mallards.
It feels more inclusive because we're always just watching men's sports.
We are strong. We are brave.
We are empowered.
We are excited.
No more waiting to see a general surgeon. Stoughton Health can see you within a week. We accept over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan and Quartz. Ask for Dr. Aaron Schwab, board-certified general surgeon. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
And that'll do it for Live at 4 at midweek. Brady is in the newsroom with what to expect in our coverage moving forward. Brady?
Tomorrow on Live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor is here, and he'll share some of his health and fitness tips. And next at 5, new details on Monday's deadly plane crash near the EAA Air Venture in Oshkosh. Thank you for watching Live at 4 today. We hope to see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts after this.